Thanks for staying with us. So we're minding our business over the weekend when we saw a report from Ghana. I think Punch took that story. According to the report, with the hardship biting harder, Ghana President Nana Akufo-Addo has approved a 30% cut on the salaries of government appointees. According to the report, the president acted that way so as to provide economic relief for the people. In addition to that, the foreign minister also announced that the foreign travel by government appointees, except for critical missions and the purchase of imported vehicles, had been suspended with immediate effect. When we hear this kind of stories coming from our brother down the street, we're thinking, should we take a few cues from this, or it's just not implementable? Is that, I mean, what do you think about these cut down, or these the reviews that is being done by the president of Ghana? What are your thoughts? Let's get your thoughts. You can call us on 081-270-53687, 09139076948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your VTVC so we can read your tweets. So only, except for critical, no, we have, even our own leaders right now are not really allowed to travel. According to the bill that is ongoing, I think, it's not been passed yet, but it's been, I think it was Ogun, Senator Ogun that was passing that put that forward.
But they're fighting it now. They're saying nay.
Yeah. So, but at least it's being considered. But they're saying here, if Ghana is categorically, the finance minister was saying it categorically. This was not just the minister from maybe like their Garbashi or their spokesperson. No, the minister of finance was one speaking, Ken Ofori-Atta, announced that the foreign travel by government and government appointees have been suspended except for critical conditions. What are your thoughts on this? Is this really tightening of their belts, or is this something that is this sustainable, or is it one of those flash in the pants things that we see? It's gonna pass?
Because we're not Ghanaians, Ghanaians may be able to tell us exactly the political intricacies, but from us outside looking in, it just seems like a
the kind of things we try to hear, right?
Yes, like it's nice. You mean there are human beings like that in political offices that can sit down and come up with things like that, and I'm looking at Ghanaians and thinking you're blessed that your president is in touch with reality, and he's trying to show that we will start from the top, showing the sacrifices we're making, so that when they start asking of the people the sacrifices that they need to make, they can see that they have started ahead. But then I was just reading there are other political parties are saying, this president is not even in touch with reality.
Yes.
You're not even doing enough.
Yes.
I'm like, come here, and see how we are not even doing at all. So, but I feel that it is important that when there are changes in the economy or things that, when changes happen, that measures can be, there should be measures that can be taken in the short term, to help alleviate situations. And I find that it will be more sustainable because people would now believe that, okay, this is done for all of us and for our good. You are not asking only the people to make these sacrifices. And I would like to see something like that done in Nigeria. I would like to see that our president understands that it's really tough. Nigerians have been crying. It's over a month now. We've been crying about this rising cost of diesel and petrol and the fact that it's so hot. And so we are not even sleeping well. Tempers are high. I would like for our Ministry of Finance or, come out and say, okay, we are taking these measures to help us, alleviate our situation.
When I saw this, I just laughed because I know that Ghana has been on a steady progression. Their economy has continually started improving. And the people who travel there will come back and tell you that things have really changed in Ghana. Ghana is a place that people want to be. They are having, they are having a lot of investors, foreign investors coming in. It seems like everything is beginning to work in that country. And it's because of some of these measures. So you have a leader who pays attention to the needs of the people, a leader who says, okay, I'm going to start by setting this example so that you follow suit, so that you understand that we are all fighting in the same team. So I'm not telling you something and I'm doing something different. When I also saw this, I was like, okay, is this something that we can emulate? Because I believe in copying the right things from people. So if I see that something is working for you and I feel, okay, if I bring it here, it will work for me and it will work well for me, why don't I try it? Why don't I see? The people so far in this country have been clamoring to say that some of these things you're complaining about, you yourself, you're not doing it. You complain about us traveling for medical care. You, the leader who's supposed to set an example, you will travel how many times in a year for checkups and everything. And the money you're supposed to use here to develop our own system, you use it outside the country. We complain that ASU is on strike. Every time they're going on strike, a course of 4 years takes you 12 years. And yet, all your children graduate and flaunt certificates from Oxford, Stamford, Wamford, all over social media, and you think the people will be happy. We're not happy. We're not a happy people because we don't see that example. So it's not just about talking. It's not just for us to talk about Ghana today. Right. It's for our leaders to say, sit down and have a rethink. Is there any way we can also help, tighten our belt so that these people will understand that we are fighting for them. We are really here to serve them.
I hear you, BC, because the opposition party, as Mariam said, in Ghana also would probably say,
you need to do more.
Our economy is not growing. They have their own challenges because I know one of the key issues they're having right now is this new tax, this e-levy tax that they're trying to pass, where their parliament is totally going again. I mean, they're trying to, I think it's 1.75% e-levy tax aimed at bringing additional funds. So they're also trying to get more money from the people.
Yes.
And people they are resisting it. And I guess this is an example, as you said, that, okay, we'll also tighten our own belt. But I think what I would like to take from this, and I'll come to Nima, is that the Buhari administration is trying to do a lot. We can see investments in infrastructure, we see some movements in agriculture. But when the Nigerian man says, I can't feel it. Yeah. When I can't feel it, what I hear some Nigerians say is that you are still driving big cars. You are still using you are still traveling abroad. So until they see you really do a cut like this, so imagine the president comes out with a 50% cut, like everybody across board. Nigerians will look at, okay, is this Nigeria? That is, so it's all about perception. Once they feel that you are actually indeed sacrificing, maybe they can begin to see the investments you're making in infrastructure. Yeah. They can begin to even notice what you're doing in agriculture. Nima, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so it's tough everywhere, and Ghana is really having it tough. You know, they did something called the breaking down their money to the city to a decimal point of money, such that to give it some form of value. So that currency has also been struggling. Yeah. And we started to compare them when the value of 1,000 naira, that's how I put it, because locally when you travel, there was a difference that 1,000 naira would make compared to the city. And, the city started to go higher than it. That was my personal experience based on that. So you see their government sitting on the table all the time, making the economic decisions and the sacrifices that they have to make. These that their governments just read out. We have been waiting to hear our people announce it. But our own problem is us and the people amongst us who are government for us. Yes,
the governed and the governed.
So we, of course, we elect ourselves, we appoint ourselves. And so when the person just crosses it, you don't look at the people behind us. If all of you, you are envious. Me, I cannot come and die, I cannot come and suffer mentality. And so when the government reads out, when Buhari came in 2015, and he read out some rules about no traveling, no this, no that, Nigeria just obeyed for a period of time. I went back to normal. They blocked forex for education and Nigeria started to scream, you people want to kill us here, we cannot come and die. And everybody started to find ways and cut corners. Nobody stopped anything. Nobody made any sacrifices. Yeah. We looked at government is not making, we too will not make. Nobody made anything. When we reel out these things, nobody has the intention to follow through. Absolutely. That's the problem. So we find out at the end of 4 years, we just had seen the vice president's son graduate abroad. President himself, children, graduate. But
these are people that have been a vice president, for example, his son has been abroad even before he became vice president.
With two power. You put
your money. You from Oxford.
Exactly.
You want to serve.
You put your money right where your mouth is.
Yes.
You tell your people that, see, it is tough in this country. We now have to lock our borders and become a China unto ourselves.
Yes.
And help our people.
Let me be sure I understand you, Nima. You're saying, let me be sure I understand you. Are you saying that if our vice president had a son who was a freshman or sophomore year in the university, they should withdraw that child and bring him home just because I now want to become president?
It's not my father that became president.
If you want to serve,
when you become president,
you make that sacrifice.
You don't have to live through certain things.
Yes.
You see, lack of principle.
Yes, so
and lack of value. We stand for nothing. We are not sincere people.
At all.
We are not. Because there are people who have got into government, and their children were schooling in Nigeria, and when they got into government,
they now
took them children abroad.
School, and took them to
it's an
schools abroad. So it's possible to make the switch either way, but we're unwilling to do that.
I know.
You sit in your house.
None of you will do that if you're in power.
I will not be in power. If I want to be in power, I have a conversation with my children.
I'll let you land.
Interrupt the flow.
When we come back, you will continue your flow. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for staying with us. We have Wale from Wales. Good morning, Wale. Are you there? Hello, Wale. Are you there? You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello?
Go on.
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, hi. Good morning. First time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Directly to you. Yeah, I'm saying that the comment was wrong. If you look back, Chief Obafemi Awolowo was sent his precious son to Agorwe in Abeokuta. He would have sent him to Unilag, he would have sent him to America to school, but he sent him to the school he created. Our leaders are not sincere. In their eyes, they see us as slaves, and they can do anything with us. If Nigeria wants to change, we need to change all this set of crooks we call leaders. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
When you're about to lead the people, you have to love them sincerely. I only heard until the last day that Obiano was handing over that he's based in Texas. Yeah? Hey. Because as they hand over, they were catching him at the airport. Where you they go? Is this not your father's compound? You are describing it with your left hand.
He's going home.
What is the problem? This is not your home. Why did you come and govern people here? Because we don't value anything here. ASU will be on strike. If they like, they will strike next year again. The problem will not be solved. We will come and go to Dubai for Governor's Economic Summit, Investment Summit. The state-of-the-art hospital facility will be here, like the one in Akwa Ibom, and then the governor that built it will have his doctors abroad. Something is wrong
with us.
Seriously wrong. We are growing our children, and all of us are planning and projecting how they will go abroad. And then we still have presidential and leadership goals and dreams, and we want to attempt leadership. Something is wrong. If you are not holding dear the people's interest, why do you want to die and govern them? What will be the interest exactly? Leave these people, let them, it will remain only the people that cannot go. They will find solution. They will make this thing work. But you come into office, you delay them another 4 years. Some maximum 8 years, they will not live. And your dream is not aligning with that of the interest of the people. So the problem continues to remain. Your interest is abroad. You have abroad. You have, right now, our 14 governors are meeting in Dubai. This meeting of investors, and the investors cannot come here hotel and bring the money that you have spent abroad here. Something is wrong. Women in this country now, leadership, whatever, they are meeting in Dubai. All of us, we go abroad. And then we say, Nigeria is not working, the heat is, of course the heat will be tough. You left home bad. You went to your neighbor's compound to go and clean it. And you're now pointing that they are clean there.
You know, there was a time when I went to Dubai, some of the Indians that took us around, they were showing us some of the big malls that were owned by Nigerians. Very big malls. And this person is run by Nigeria. This one is owned by Nigerians. You are Nigeria. You people have money. We like you. You come here. You spend money. You spend money. You have money. They were so excited to attend to us because we're coming from Nigeria. And I was asking myself, what will it take for people who can set up these sort of businesses to do it in Nigeria? I remember I've shared this story before when we landed Mauritius. And my daughter was like, why did we have to fly out? Nigeria is finer than here. And I was like, oh, do you know how much I've spent for this trip? You know? But the truth is, Nigeria is very beautiful. You go to places in Abuja, you go to places in the north, even in the east, and you're wondering, this sort of place is in Nigeria. We cannot maintain what we have. We cannot take care of what we have. It's sweeter to go outside and spend the money. You are seen as someone who's superior when you can boast that your children are schooling in so and so place outside. And you still want to come here and lead us. We need to pick a hustle. Am I for Nigeria or I'm against Nigeria? I'm not saying you should not go for vacations and all that, but let your interest be in the country that you are leading.
If you cannot come and die, leave the people that can die. At this point now, the solution is for those who can die, those who can starve themselves of certain pleasures that will bring this country out of what.
Okay, let me take this call from. 'Carol, from Scotland. Good morning, are you there? 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 'Car Hello, good morning. Are you there? Mariam.
Okay, so I'm going to say this again. I've said it before. When we say that our leaders should make some sacrifices, it's not that we're asking that you be punished for daring to run for office. You are being punished for being in office. We're just saying that there are times things change, and our present reality demands that sacrifices be made. And we can see that in what we have just seen in Ghana.
Yeah.
He did not ask for these cuts 3 years ago. He did not ask for these cuts 4 years ago. He's asking for these cuts right now because of the present economic realities, because of the crisis with Russia and Ukraine and how it's affecting us globally. And that's what we're saying, that if you're going to be a politician in this time, these are the sacrifices that will be required of you to make in this time. Why are we still discussing importation of vehicles from abroad for our leaders? Why? When we can put that foreign exchange towards building and encouraging those who are already in that industry within Nigeria. Why do we feel so proud? It may just be symbolic that the governor of Anambra State is driving an innocent vehicle. Why? Because when you do things like that, you motivate the people, you inspire them to want to do better. When you say, what was that thing where they were saying, spend the naira to grow the naira? You know, if you want people to buy local to grow the naira, if you want people to do that, you will buy local. You will explain to them, show them how you are buying local, how you are enjoying it, how it's making your family even better. And you see people do that. That's all we're asking. And then when things are better, you don't have to make those sacrifices.
Let me take this long distance call from Scotland again. Karen, are you there?
Hello.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
You're live. Go ahead,
Hello, good
please.
morning. Yes, my name is Karen Wee, actually. I'm calling from Scotland. And the truth is, it's actually good that you're bringing this matter up. The truth is, most of our leaders, yes, we could point at our president, you could point at our vice president here and there. But I tell you one truth. I've got loads, and I can name, which I won't be able to name. I have about 5 members of our ASU, professors who have their kids in universities here. Nobody will talk about that.
Yeah.
And they can lock up the universities. And it's okay. And you can actually figure out these people. You will never mention that. And we talk about our leaders. We watch on TV, we watch it. We see how Nigerians party. We don't party like that here. We don't want to cut down our lifestyle. We don't want to cut down on things. We have people having 5 cars in their driveways, where we cannot even if we can afford it, the cost of maintaining those cars will not allow us to drive them. But we want those things to continue, and we want to enjoy those things. Yes, our government is not doing well, but what about us? What about the government?
Yeah.
That is the problem of Nigeria. So I think we can point one finger to our leaders, the other we're pointing is pointing to us. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Karawi. So there's a lot of wealthy people out there, because I mean, we always talk about it, how outside the country, rich people invest in their universities. They invest. You have foundations who give money. Some people, they won't will their entire property when they're dying to certain causes. Yeah. We have people who have money here, but you see, it's so convenient to say, oh, it's the governor, oh, it's the president. But there are many wealthy Nigerians in this country who have refused to invest. There are a few. I mean, I know people would not want to. I don't want to mention names because there are a few people who actually all their resources are in Nigeria. Yeah. People hate them. Yeah. If I mention the name, a lot of people they will say, oh, they are stealing this, they are stealing that. But everything that person owns is in Nigeria. They won't say that. But many of them, others, all their properties are outside the country. So the point is that as we are blaming the government, we should also blame ourselves. Those of us, I'm not talking about the middle class, the lower middle, I'm talking about the wealthy Nigerians who have been able to make something of themselves. Many of them do not have the love of Nigeria in their heart. That's the truth.
You're very correct. In 2018 or 19, I followed the trend of Nigerian billionaires buying properties in the US. Every big man in this country dissolved their companies here and moved abroad. They strengthened the dollar. They knew what they were doing. Yeah. They watched the naira steadily but surely go down. Every policy the CBN had failed. And then they're back because, you know, they have funds. And our politician is just convenient. Rather than thief naira, thief dollar, so that it's small, you travel out. You get more value for the money. And make sure that the money that you're earning continues to devalue. So you remain a big man when you bring it back and convert it. These things are Nigerians' problem. But the truth is, let's start from the influencers, because whether you like it or not, the moment you become a leader, governor, whatever, you become an influencer. If you walk into an event with a G. Daniel bag, for instance, made by a Nigerian, with Nigerian products, and you put it on the table, and you're proud about it, everybody at that event will not mind the cost of that bag. They want to have a piece of it. If you do your event and you eat Nigerian, local, everything sourced locally on the table, and you're apologetic when the critics are able to spot one foreign food there, say, oh my God, I did not know the caterer did this. And you come out and sincerely apologize to your people. You don't wave them aside and say, Nigerians, they're always good to criticize. They'll be on Twitter. You know, when a Nigerian first lady, for instance, is spotted with a foreign expensive bag bought in dollars, and they snap picture of it, immediately you denounce yourself from the gifter, because they come and say it was a gift. Denounce and separate yourself from the gifter. Because you want Nigerians to have dignity in their simple and available resources, so that those resources will have value. The Naira is not good where it is.
We have to run out. But I want us to go back. To the fact that we're trying to let our lessons from this Ghana experience.
We need to.
And I think that what Nigerians are saying from this experience is that we want to hear something similar from not just Garba Shehu, from the Minister of Finance, looking at our numbers and saying, listen, we can't afford this anymore. This is what these are the measures we're taking to further tighten our belt. 50% cuts wouldn't be too bad across board. I think that's something that should be implemented. Let me let you.
Yes, so I know that there are some wealthy Nigerians that try as much as possible to invest in people here. You see, they provide the jobs, they do trainings, they just try one way or the other to support them. But it's difficult for more to join that bandwagon when they do not have a trust of the government. We see today, so billion has been amassed. We brought it back from here. Today, we don't know what we are doing with money. We have spent so on this rail. We have spent so on that. And you just see money just flying up and down. Nobody, even you, will not want to put money where there's no transparency on how it is used to better people. You just keep your resources. So we need to support them as well.
That's all we can take on this. Let's come back and move on to other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.